Hello everybody, this is Alvin J, the most passionate non-doctor on the internet. Today we're talking about eczema. Yes, that itchy disease that's got all of you up in arms, and sometimes it's very hard to get rid of, very hard to stop. And what you may not know is that even your clothes moving around on those lesions that are on your skin can actually keep it spreading. Now, what we want to do today is take away some of that displeasure, some of that pain, and kind of help you get along with your life, because life is way too important to be scratching and wasting time. All right, so first of all, eczema, what is it? Well, first of all, let me give you this. We don't know what causes it in the medical profession. However, if you talk to a holistic doctor, if you talk to anybody who is into nutrition, they fully know what causes eczema. And I hate to tell you this, but it's 90% your diet. Yes, those Western foods that we love, like pizza, hamburgers, pasta, sodas, candy, cakes, cookies, those type of things that are actually going to get us in trouble. You know why? Because back in the old days, they used to make it with real flour and real sugar and things that were not processed. But today we are eating frankenfood. It's not real food. According to the FDA, what they call it is foodstuffs. That's right, foodstuff. Foodstuffs? Foodstuffs. Foodstuffs. Can you believe that the FDA would actually feed us something and deem it healthy to eat something called not food, but foodstuffs? Wow. All right, sometimes we'll fall for anything, especially when you're drinking fluoridated water that makes it so. Check that one out. Do your research. Now, today, what causes eczema? I just told you it's your diet. Sometimes it can be a genetic aspect to eczema when you get the flare-ups and things like that. But don't feel bad. You can still fix it. Now, when we have eczema, you have to realize that the underlying cause and what is getting into your skin, your skin is the last line of defense for anything that is affecting your body. So if you see it on your skin, that means it's advanced. It's actually in your system going through either nerves, blood vessels, or the blood itself. But it means you are at the last part of that disease infecting you. So in some diseases that could be a good thing, meaning it's ready to go away. In a lot of diseases it's a bad thing because it means you're at the latter stages, and if it's a deadly disease, all right, that could be detrimental. Luckily, eczema is not. All right, but the itching can make you wish you were dead. All right, it can get that bad. Some people don't realize how bad it can get. Now, I actually had a bout with this. Tell you a short story. When I had eczema, it was body-wide, and I felt tingling all over my body, and the tingling just kept getting worse and worse, and all of a sudden I saw these little lesions pop up on my skin. Now, I thought I had contracted something, caught something, touched a boogie at the market when I was out shopping, used the bathroom and accidentally touched something I wasn't aware that I was touching, but all over my body, I thought I had contracted some kind of flesh-eating virus or something like that, and it really scared me because when I tried to go home and take a shower and wash it off, it got worse, and that's one of the things. Water makes eczema flare-ups worse, all right? Kind of causes the lesions to act up, spread, it agitates them. So they like to be dry because eczema is a dry skin disease. You really don't see people with oily skin too much with eczema. However, I do have oily skin, and at the time I had just moved to Las Vegas, and guess what? The air is very dry. So it actually induced eczema inside me. But what I did not notice, all right, at first, what I did not notice is that when I ate certain foods that were fried, especially fried foods, the flare-ups would occur. And I would notice I would start itching a little bit, but I was like, well, maybe it's some detergent I'm using. I tried to change my detergent and all that stuff. But I noticed, again, when I ate something fried, the flare-ups came. So that's when I realized food has a lot to do with it. But I didn't want to change what I was eating because, like most Americans, we go off not what's good for us, but what's good. All right. So sometimes you got to sacrifice taste in order for your health, especially nowadays when they put so many chemicals in the food. But let's get back to the eczema. Now, when I had all this itching and things all over my body, you can take this at my word. When I sprayed deodorant, body. I had the Axe body spray. When I sprayed the body spray in combination with eating these things, all of a sudden, whoo, all right, all of a sudden, it just flared up for no reason, lesions everywhere. All right, now, I don't want to skip over the importance of the lesions if you see them, but they do not have to be present in order for you to have eczema. But let me just show you what some of them look like. All right, now when you actually look at these lesions that you see on the screen right now, those very lesions are the ones that will spread, and sometimes you see them, sometimes you don't. Now, let's go back to the story. I use roll-on deodorant, okay? So when I actually got out of the shower, flared up again, all right, but a few minutes out of the shower, starts feeling better, and then about an hour or two after the shower, no more itching for a little bit, okay? But when I got back and I decided to put on my deodorant, the deodorant right away, whoosh, flare up again. All right, so I started getting these episodes where things would just start popping up on my body, and I'm like, you know what? Normal human beings don't go through this, but at the doctor, they make it seem like it's normal. Everybody does it. Everybody's going through it. Every human being should not have eczema. Fuck off. All right? Tell the doctors. No, they don't. Regular human beings do not have conditions for nothing. All right? We have to be being exposed to something in order for eczema to proliferate throughout the human body. Let them know. Take control of your health care, please. That's my rant. All right, so back to the eczema. So how did I actually get rid of the eczema? Well, it's one of the reasons I started juicing. And if you guys don't know how to juice, I'll show you some of the stuff that I juice every morning to help get rid of this condition. Now, take a look at this. We actually have a nice, healthy fruit medley here, which you will see all kinds of tomatoes and ginger and raspberries, blackberries, blueberries, that kind of thing, antioxidants everywhere. But I also cut out a lot of the fried food, which is why I dropped 28 pounds in about a month and a half. Because when you go from 268 pounds all the way down to 240 pounds or 35, I thought I was getting too skinny, but I still weighed way more than I thought a person who looked my size should weigh. But what I didn't realize is muscle weighs more than fat. So don't judge your weight, judge the way you look when you are losing weight in that respect. So when I started juicing and doing all these things, guess what? I didn't have many lesions anymore because I never had many lesions to begin with. I just had the severe itching. Severe itching, gone. Pain from diabetes, a pre-diabetic condition where I had the bands across my chest, gone. All right. Skin, which used to be blotchy, blackheads everywhere, skin cleared up, gone. All right. So when you do juice, you're going to get a whole bevy. And I would venture to say my cholesterol is perfect. My blood pressure is perfect. Any other condition you can think of that I might have, pre-diabetes, pre-cancer, elevated PSA, none of that. All right. All gone. Completely healthy human being after juicing, and I have been juicing for the last 2 years now, and I have to say I have had no problems. I must say I have had an improvement in the way that my joints feel because I was a basketball player. All basketball players have bad knees. You know, when you retire from basketball at any level, high school, college, professional, you are going to have knees that suffer, that hurt, and guess what? Juicing helps that. You need lubrication in those joints. And people think that once you have your knee replacements and once you have cartilage taken out of your knee, that it's gone, you can't ever get it back. Well, I'm going to tell you this. If you start juicing, if you start eating what you're supposed to, if you stop the bad foods, guess what? Your body can recover because it wants to do it anyway. So if you let it, guess what? Cartilage can come back in the knee. Even when you surgically remove the whole meniscus, the whole thing can grow back. I'm not telling you this. Do your research. Don't believe me. Go out and do your own research and find even on YouTube, where people have regrown their entire meniscus, regrown their entire cartilage, regenerated their knee tissue. Me, I couldn't bend down for a while and get down into a squatting position because my knees, or one of my knees, hurt so badly. Now I can do everything. I play tennis. I can still dunk a basketball with 2 hands standing still up underneath the rim. That's how good my knees are, and I'm a 38-year-old man who has not played basketball competitively for a long time. So you can see keeping yourself yourself in shape with nutrition, you don't have to do it with brute force. Don't think that to get rid of eczema, you need to go do P90X. You need to go do Zumba. You need to go do the insanity workouts. You don't need to do any of that. That's brute force working out, trying to force your body to be healthy when it only takes 20% of that effort when you eat right. And if you exercise just a little bit, guess what? You get damn near the same results. So let's give you some remedies for this eczema that I'm talking about, so that if you are suffering right now, and juicing, I got to tell you, will get rid of most of your condition. And if you have things on your skin, I'll give you some of that to apply something topically to deal with the lesions and the itchiness on your skin. But the way to deal with it from the inside out is to start taking care of the inside. All right, so let me get you some of these things here. Let me bring them up for you. Okay, the first one, and I have to give credit where credit is due. I got this information from Wellness Mama, even though I knew a few of these for myself. All right, I don't just go out and take information from other people's websites. On this one, I did post a lot of the things that she had in there because they were along the lines of the things that I believe. Okay, I read the entire article. I am giving her credit right now. Wellness Mama, I got to tell you, you have a fucking awesome website. All right, awesome. All right, now let's go ahead and tell you what some of these things are where you can actually take care of yourself. Now, number one is, and this is my favorite, I even use this for deodorant because I don't use the deodorants anymore. They have aluminum oxide in them. Can't use it anymore because you'll notice sometimes when you wear deodorant, you get bumps up under your arms. You don't want those. All right, now, the first one is coconut oil. Coconut oil is a miracle kind of supplement for everything. Now, remember, when you get coconut oil, make sure it's 100% coconut oil. There should be nothing else in it. It looks kind of like a cross in between a slushy, a smoothie, and it's got a little oil on it. That's what you want. That's what it's made for. It's natural, okay? They shouldn't have to add anything for color or anything like that. If it starts getting a little brown, so what? It's natural. Live things that are live and good for your body are supposed to decay and die because you want the live nutrients from them, okay? So don't forget that, all right? Coconut oil, you can use it for anything. You got dry, cracked feet, coconut oil. You want to improve your body from the inside out. Again, coconut oil helps the nutrients get into the cells, all right? If you have rashes, dry skin, you don't want to use lotion or commercial lotion and you're looking for something holistic to put on your skin, coconut oil. You want to make your hair look really nice, smooth, and shiny. Coconut oil. It works. Okay, let's get to the next one here. The next one we have here is called sea spray. And that's kind of what we do, a kind of a sodium, magnesium kind of spray that goes on your face. However, if you want something that you don't have to make at home, because you do really have to make that one at home. If you don't want something you have to make at home, I'll give you a little bit of an easier version. And I have used this. Remember, I usually don't recommend anything I have not used myself, seen myself, or have documentation about. All right, so this is one of the good ones. All right, I will say this, 240 parts per million colloidal silver. All right, all you have to do is take in 8 ounces of water, put it in a spray bottle, all right? 10 drops of colloidal silver, 240 parts per million. You can even use the 500 parts per million. It's stronger, but you can still use the same amount, okay? It's not harmful to your body. You'll see a lot of things online about argyria, something that makes your skin turn gray in color, and it's all a bunch of bullshit, all right? So I got to tell you straight up and the truth. The condition does not exist. There's been people who have been using colloidal silver. They always hold up this example on the internet of a man who turned blue from using too much colloidal silver. First of all, I ingest it and I spray it on my skin, which is why it looks so glowing. Yes. Now, you guys will see, there's nothing wrong with me. I don't have any lesions. I don't have any health problems. I don't have any upset stomach or anything like that. I drink a glass every time I have a cold, knocks it out. Boom, like that. All right. You guys think vitamin C is doing something to boost your immune system when you get the cold or flu. It doesn't do much. All right. You'd be better off taking vitamin D. All right, 3,000, 5,000, but vitamin D helps your immune system during a cold or flu, not vitamin C. Okay. So Ditch the orange juice. It's nothing but a glass of sugar. Okay, but colloidal silver sprayed all over your face or sprayed all over your eczema lesions, guess what? It gets rid of them. All right, let's go on to the next one here. We have cod liver oil. All right, now some people prefer fermented cod liver oil and some people just prefer cod liver oil. All right, fermented is supposed to work better for eczema. However, I don't care. Just use cod liver oil and make sure it's organic. And it usually has a thing called a USP seal that you'll see that that actually reinforces the point that it was, I guess, analyzed by a third party. All right, so let's get to the next one here. The next one we got on the list here is magnesium baths. Now, this is kind of an extensive process because it's like putting Epsom salts in there. You got to stir up the water, get it suspended in the water, and then you get in there, and it's supposed to draw all the impurities out of your skin. Thus, you're not supposed to have the flare-ups. Well, if you clean your body from the inside out, you really don't have to do this, but some people are extreme. They are suffering really badly from eczema, so you might want to do both. Clean from the inside and the outside, so therefore you're pulling from both sides to get those impurities out of the skin, which is making you itch and break out during the eczema sessions. Okay, next one here we got is something that we have forgotten in the Western world and the Western diet, but the rest of the world seems to know about, but they're actually going to the fast food and the fried food and the bullshit too. Now, this is something called probiotics, meaning live cultures in the food that we eat. When you eat a tomato, a red pepper, green pepper, yellow pepper, all right, when you eat cucumbers, when you eat deep leafy green vegetables like Swiss and rainbow chard, kale, spinach, collard greens, those things have color and they have life to them. Probiotics. Probio means pro-life. Okay, what we eat, and when you stick in your mouth that Kentucky Fried Chicken, the honey biscuits, all right, the French fries, the potato wedges, all of the stuff which is fried, expect your skin to be messed up. Expect that you will have slow digestion. Expect to feel sluggish. Expect to be pre-diabetic because that's what these foods do. And expect to be hungry 20 minutes after you've just eaten a full meal because the chemicals are causing an addiction that you have no idea about. So the next one we got here, and this is the last one I'm going to talk about, it says gelatin-rich foods. Now, Wellness Mama, she recommends that you guys do a bone broth, which sounds really good to me. Now, what she says is keep the bones from your turkey, your goose, your chickens, anything that has a bone, keep it, all right? And when you get these outbreaks in eczema, what you do is you put on a pot of boiling, hopefully purified water, put the bones in there, and let the marrow from the bones leak out into the water. You let that cool down and you'll eat it as a soup, as a broth. And guess what? It tends to almost instantly react in the blood and calm down eczema. So if you guys want to try that one, if you do, I have not tried it yet. I am not afraid to. I will try the bone broth because I'm pretty damn sure it tastes amazing. I'm sure if you want to add some cilantro in there to enhance the flavor, I'm sure you can. That's good for you too, one of the blood cleaners of the body. So these are some tips that I'm bringing to you guys today. Remember, you can overdo, underdo these. The only exception, you can overdo all of these. Your body will get rid of them with the exception of one, okay? Listen closely. Colloidal silver you have to do in concentrated amounts and you cannot use it continuously. So I would recommend 3 to 5 days in a row, stop it for 3 to 5 days, pick it up again in 3 to 5 days. You cannot keep using colloidal silver. It's too hard on your liver, all right? So just with that caveat, I say go nuts. Fix your eczema, and once you start eating right, you won't need any of these fixes to calm your eczema or stop the itching because you will already have done it from the inside. I am glad to bring you this information. One of my students wanted me to do this. Miss Ducharme, thank you for the topic, and I will see you all later. Once again, this is Alvin J., the most passionate non-doctor on the internet. Remember, if you can fix it yourself and do it holistically and do it naturally, please, please, please do it yourself because you get nothing out of the hospital but a bill. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Good. All right.